What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of What's Going On. I'm your host, Chris Bryant, and I got two topics I want to talk about today. I'm not going to take up too much of your time because time's precious nowadays, right? First thing I want to talk about here, clowns. Now, I'm not talking about those lunatics running around in the woods, but if you ask me, these guys need a good beat. And apparently people also think that, because now you got people dressed up like Batman and other superheroes chasing these clowns. What's the world coming to? Now, the clowns I'm talking about are the ones running for president. Now, come on. Both of these candidates are bad choices. But, you know, they're the ones we got. Now, let's look at the candidates. One is a cheating, lying, manipulative, backstabbing, two-faced, no-good charlatan. And the other is Donald Trump. Now, see, the thing is, with this presidential race, it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Now, you can go out and vote, as is your right, but at the same time, you need to vote correctly. No, don't go in there just like, well, I hate Hillary, so I'm going to vote for Trump. I can't stand Trump, so I'm going to vote for Hillary. No. You got to look at it as the perspective of which one is the lesser of two evils. That's how it really comes down to. Now, I'm not telling you how to vote. I'm not going to sit here and, throw my opinions at you and hope they stick. No, I'm just going to say, I don't know who I'm voting for yet, but I am going to vote. I don't know, maybe I'll go third party, because there is a third candidate, but you don't hear nothing about him because no one takes him seriously, apparently. But he is going to be on the ballot. So, it's, either way, it's not a good time. But it's what we got to go with. Now I'm gonna stop on that because I could make this a full half hour, and I want to try to keep this video short. Second thing I want to do, I want to share some fan mail with you guys. Apparently, I got fans. Hey, go figure, right? But anyways, I got fans, but I get a lot of questions in my fan mail, and also a lot of suggestions. Now, if you wrote in with a suggestion, I'll probably get to some of those at some point. I just got, if it's got to be something I think I can actually talk about for a little bit. I just don't want to, just do random videos, because apparently, that didn't get you views. But like I said, most of the fan mail is questions. And I like to share a few of those questions with you, maybe even answer them. But to protect the privacy of my fans, I won't say the name or where they're from, but you'll know it was you that sent it, because, hey, you'll recognize the question. All right, first question, I think this came from a little kid. It's written in crayon, but it's adorable. Well, first he says, Dear Mr. What's Up? Buddy, the show's What's Going On, but hey, I like that you call me Mr. What's Up, because, hey, that could be my new nickname, yeah? Okay, well, the question he said is, who do you think would win a superhero, it's fight, but that F looks like a T, sorry, buddy. Who would win a superhero fight between Green Lantern and Batman? Well, buddy, first off, props, because not too many people like Green Lantern. Now, the movie sucked, but hey, I like Green Lantern in the comics, that ring. He can hang with Superman with that thing. Okay, but between Batman and Green Lantern, see, here's the thing. If Batman knew he was going to be fighting Green Lantern, he would come up with so many backup plans that Batman would win. But if you're talking like first encounter, fight in the middle of the street, I'd give the edge to Green Lantern, because he could just trap Batman in like a box and just slowly cave that box in until Batman is just a little cube of mush. So well, I'd say Green Lantern if it's a first time fight, but if it's a premeditated fight, yeah, Batman's gonna win. So yeah, that's my answer on that. Let me find another one that's got some questions. Okay, here's one. I think this is from a woman, because very good handwriting, and Smells like flowers. Yeah, this could be a guy for all I know. But hey, either way, thanks for watching, and here's the question. Do you prefer Marvel or DC Comics? Please don't say both. Okay, well, I grew up with Marvel Comics, so I love the Marvel Comics, but like most people my age, we grew up with like the DC movies, you know, but there was only Batman movies, but you know, on Saturday mornings we had the Marvel cartoons, you know, Spider-Man, X-Men, I think the Avengers had a show, or maybe that was just an episode where everyone was in it. Gun to my head, I'd say I'm Marvel because I like the characters, and a lot of times, like the DC comics, it was like each comic was drawn by a different person because, you know, Batman would look buff in one and then look teeny in another one. Superman was always disproportionate, but he'll always be my favorite superhero, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I go with Marvel comics. I mean, yeah, because I grew up with them, and like I said, it's like the same person illustrated each comic that you read. You know, Spider-Man always looked the same. Green Lantern, you know, Green. Why am I saying green? The Hulk always looked the same. So yeah, I'd say Marvel comics for sure. Yeah. So that's a question answered. This is from a guy who's apparently an artist, because he's apparently a big UFC fan, because he drew UFC logos all over this page, and some good detail there, you know, got some good depth going on there. But his question is, I know you're a wrestling fan, so what do you think of the comments Conor McGregor made about WWE fans and the WWE roster? Well, of course I'm ticked off, because he's pretty much calling wrestling fans idiots. And then he came out with a half-assed apology saying, oh, I didn't mean that the fans were idiots. All I meant was I could slap the face off your roster any day and twice on Sunday. Now see, here's the thing people don't realize. WWE athletes, almost all of them, are real fighters. Some have had, there's a guy right now, Baron Corbin, Golden Gloves champion. He also played professional football. That's a tough SOB right there. Then you got guys like Brock Lesnar, who was a UFC champion. I mean, Kurt Angle, an Olympic gold medalist, for crying out loud. Have you seen this guy lately? He's pushing 50, and he looks to be in better shape than most people in the UFC in their prime. I mean, come on, dude. You're like 5'1". But see, people get caught up on the fact that they're pro wrestlers, sports entertainers. People don't look at them as real athletes. These are real athletes. You know how conditioned you gotta be to go into a ring and get thrown around and throw another guy around for anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes a night? You know how much endurance that takes? And, you know, the fact that they get put through tables, they get hit in the head with metal chairs. I mean, they're not steel, they're probably like pretty thick aluminum, but that hurts. You know how I know? I got hit with a real steel chair once because a guy was messing around. You know, we were putting chairs up, and he was like, hey, Chris, you like wrestling? Yeah, how's this feel? Bam! It hurt. Now, I mean, if we had an audience and I was being paid to take that chair shot, it wouldn't have felt so bad, but that hurt. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't like what Conor McGregor said, but I didn't go on social media about it like most people. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. You're one of those people that went on social media who defended pro wrestling and the fans. Hey, good on you. But I don't do Twitter and stuff like that. I keep to the social media outlets that you see me on. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. Conor McGregor's just a punk. But don't get me wrong, I respect what he can do. I mean, not everyone can be a UFC fighter. But, you know, hey, that's where I'm going. And if you're the guy who sent me that question, I hope you're a wrestling fan and you're not a big-time UFC only fan who's probably thinking I'm a punk right now. But hey, there was one more I'm gonna do, and then I'll probably end it up here. Oh, here we go. Can't tell who this was written by, but some decent handwriting here. Enjoy the show. Oh, here's the thing. In one episode, there was a picture of you and who I'm assuming is your wife behind you next episode there was what I can assume is a dartboard. What gives? Nothing. Yes, that was a photo of me and my wife. It was from our engagement pictures. We had a color fight, you know. She made some colored powder and we threw it at each other. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, we had that hanging up for a long time. But my wife got me this dartboard. It's The Walking Dead. And it's not a clock; it's a dartboard. I had a few things in the notes there said, "Hey, that's a nice clock." Not dartboard, but yeah, she got me that about 6 months after I moved up to not gonna say where, but where I am now, and I was cleaning some stuff up, and I was like, you know what? I feel bad. I haven't opened this up yet. You know, I feel terrible. She probably thinks she made a mistake buying it for me. So she was at work. I took the photo down, hung up the dartboard, started throwing darts. It all came back to me. I used to play when I was younger, but I've never once hit the bullseye. Is there a trick to that? Hey, if there's a trick to hitting the bullseye, hey, let me know. But yeah, you know, and then when she got home, she was like, "Hey, a dartboard," and we played, and we play a lot. You know, from time to time, we'll if we're killing some time, or if we're bored, or if she wants to prove she's better than me because she can hit the bullseye. I can't. I've been playing since I was 12. Okay. Well, that's all I got for you today. A few quick shout outs. I want to give a shout out to my sister, the amazing Brandy Bryant, and the amazing Amanda Niece Hughes. Hey, look, I'm not gonna say on the video, but I'm there for you if you need me. You know what I'm talking about. I want to give a shout out to a guy who's really helped me out with these videos, giving me a lot of suggestions, a lot of tips. Matthew Witt, love you, man. And as always, I got to give a shout out to my amazing wife, Monica Bryant, who supports me, encourages me to always keep going. And I want to give a shout out to my boss, Paul Miller. Hey, really grateful to be working for you. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm just going to close it out. Hey, hit me up in the comments section. Hit me up with some questions. Hit me up with some ideas for videos you want to see next time, or let me know what you thought about this episode. You can check me out on Facebook, Christopher Bryant. Send me a friend request. Send me a message. I'll give you a shout out in the next episode. As always, y'all keep being awesome. Love you, peeps.